Coming up right now on SUTV News, winter break is just around the corner, but there are still a couple of rules you need to follow.
And one SUTV member is offered a trip of a lifetime.
It's all right now.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Arden Campbell.
And I'm Mariana and Arden. Tomorrow is the final day of the Ship Bookstore's annual Cash for Books program. You can return any of your textbooks and get 20 to 50% of what you originally paid. Percentages depend on the condition and value of the book. Some books may not be valued at their original prices, but you can still get some extra cash for the holidays. Feeling the holiday spirit, some students want to decorate their rooms on campus, but according to new policy, holiday lights and trees are not allowed. If RAs find lights or trees in residents' rooms, they are allowed to confiscate them.
Last November 2012, the Chancellor's Office released a new policy concerning live trees, artificial trees, holiday lights being used in, I guess, state buildings, and the residence halls are included in that. The policy is that, I think it reads, there are no holiday lights are not approved or permitted in sleeping quarters. So anywhere where a student sleeps, that is kind of what was described as the policy.
The student handbook has been updated to reflect these changes.
If you are not leaving Shippensburg for winter break, here are some important information you need so you won't be left out in the cold. First, the resident halls close at 4 p.m. tomorrow, so shape up and ship out by then.
For those of you living off campus, dining services have special break hours. All dining locations will be closed except the Century Cafe in Old Main, which will be open from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Rec Center is also open during break from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., but please be aware that these hours are subject to change.
Dealing with the police and getting tickets is a messy situation to be in. Our own Chandler Harris faced these problems head-on as he talked to the police about parking and, more specifically, car boots.
According to Shippensburg's Public Safety Department, there are 27 parking lots and over 4,000 parking spots. But if you park in the wrong spot, you'll get a ticket. Get too many, and you can end up with a boot. Parking tickets are given out to parking violators. You guys know that already. But how many tickets to your car gets a boot? I'll find out for you guys as I go over to the police station to pay off some fines and hopefully get my car back. Once at the police station, I got to talk to Chief Grissom and get the specifics on car boots.
A boot can be placed on your vehicle when you have 3 or more unpaid parking tickets. It's not a monetary limit or anything like that, but anytime that you have 3 tickets, you ignore them, they go unpaid, then you're eligible to have a boot placed on your vehicle. Once it's been booted, there's a special wrench that's required to loosen the boot to get it off, and we have those here and use those when the officer's ready to take the boot off.
After paying my fines and finding my wallet considerably lighter, an on-duty officer removed the boot and I claimed my car back. But there's a lesson to be learned from all of this.
Getting a boot put on your car is a tough situation to be in. Hopefully nobody has to go through it. I learned the hard way, but now I know better. Learn from my mistakes and don't get any parking fines before you get a boot put on your car. Just handle the fines. Chandler D. Harris, SUTV.
If you have problems with any of your parking violations, the police will be glad to talk to you and explain why you received any fines.
With so many ways to access media, it's no wonder we're watching way more TV. But how does this increase affect the next generation? Leah Yolan has more.
When it comes to white versus non-white children in media consumption, there's a huge gap in ongoing debate. It's no question that television affects children's self-esteem. The question is, which children and how? On average, non-European American youth age 8 to 18 consume 13 hours of media per day, 4.5 hours more than their European American counterparts, according to a 2011 Northwestern University study. But what does this mean for children's esteem? Racebending.com claims television exposure predicted a decrease in self-esteem for European American and African American girls and African American boys, and an increase in self-esteem among European American boys. While studies show that images on TV may lead to eating disorders and a diminished self-image for all females, Dr. Charnene Herbert says that's not necessarily true for African American females.
African American self-esteem has characteristically, statistically been higher than that of the comparable aged Caucasians. The African American girl does not necessarily want to look like the Caucasian female in terms of body type. They rather look like an African American woman.
Male images heavily outnumber female images, but female roles aren't widely varied, especially among non-European females. They're depicted as overly exotic, overly sexualized, angry, violent, and made to look more, well, European. A first-time father to a 5-month-old is already concerned about his daughter.
The images that you see on TV doesn't mean that you have to look like that. You know, just because someone has straight hair, that doesn't mean you should have straight hair. You know, you're different, and it's cool to be different.
Mother to a 4-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old son says girls are affected much differently by images on television.
Nowadays, it's all about style and appearance and presentation about it that allows a child to feel like they need to look like this person.
Though debates on the topic continue, there is one thing that's agreed.
The school should also play a part.
Self-esteem should be taught mainly at the home, but it wouldn't hurt to have like a self-esteem class.
Each one has to teach one, for sure.
It takes a village. Whether we agree or disagree on how TV affects children, we know that the building of self-esteem begins long before first steps or the utterance of first words, and that a powerful little box plays a big role. Reporting for SUTV News, I'm Aliyah Yolan.
One of our very own reporters is going overseas to capture her next big story, but it's not going to be aired on SUTV News. It's going to be a full-blown documentary. Let's send it over to Allison Hill to hear more.
Through the 15th, I have the opportunity of a lifetime to capture the life and times of the community of Gros-Magnolles, located on the island off of La Gonâve, off the coast of Haiti. Along with SUTV's faculty advisor, I'm traveling to this French-speaking impoverished country to document the work of some of the Shippensburg International Studies students and the professors as they perform a service learning trip to help this community. The work they started 2 years ago in a curious way.
It started, in fact, with a student of ours who's called Michael Celius. He is from Haiti, and he did a minor in French, and he asked me to do a variety of translation, first for himself, then for his parents. So I got to meet his parents, and his dad came to the United States some years ago and wanted to do something for his village of origin. So that's how it started.
Now Professors Vergone and Miteau are taking a second group back to continue a playground they are building and perhaps help revive an old infirmary. Also while there, some of the students will be taking classes in the culture and history of Haiti in both French and English. I'll share my journey with you when I return, and you can see some of what we've captured on video in a play in March. I'll have more on the earlier next year. If you stay tuned to SUTV News in the new year, you may even get an exclusive sneak peek of what I've captured with our cameras. But for now, I'm going to send it back to the desk because I've got to get working on my French.
Thank you, Allison. Coming up after the break, Holly Hare will be in the studio to let us know about our weekend weather and how to stay safe on the road.
And Aliyah Smith brings you your entertainment fix. It's all coming up next.
Finally, Shippensburg has seen their first real snowfall of the season.
Holly Hare joins us tonight to give us our winter break forecast and hopefully tell us if we can expect a white Christmas. Holly?
Ship has gotten its first taste of snow, and it definitely feels like Christmas around here. And it appears that there's even more on the way. Tonight will be mostly clear but very cold. Your low for the evening is 14 degrees. Tomorrow will be mostly clear and a high of 33 degrees. But as we take a look at our 5-day, you'll see that it's just the calm before the storm. You can plan on snow Friday evening into Saturday. Your high for the day sticking around 34 degrees. And as the day progresses, watch for a changeover to a wintry mix. Things will settle down by Sunday as you'll see mostly cloudy skies with a high near 36. Monday and Tuesday looking nice as well, partly sunny skies and your temperatures in the mid-30s. As far as the white Christmas, only time will tell. Now, I'm sure we all have our minds on the upcoming holiday season, but safe travel should be one of your main priorities.
With Shippensburg's first official snowstorm of the season out of the way and winter break just around the corner, making sure your car is prepped for the cold is now a necessity.
It's pretty standard stuff to begin with. Checking your oil, maybe get your battery tested, make sure that's okay. Air pressure on your tires, just make sure if you're ready for any road trips, you won't have any surprises.
If there is ice on the ground, be sure to stop by your local car shop to stock up on salt. While you're at it, pick up new wiper blades to increase your visibility.
They also sell de-icer, something you can take care of. You can spray it on either the night before you're supposed to get a storm or the next morning. Once you already have ice on there, it'll melt it right off.
Making sure your car is properly winterized is essential to a safe and worry-free winter season. Wishing ship friends and families a safe and happy holiday. Now let's toss things over to Aliyah with what's happening in entertainment. Hey Aliyah.
Thanks, Holly. Welcome to another week of entertainment. Even though many students will be going home for the holidays, Lohr Center is hosting Tony Orlando's Great American Christmas Tour on December 17th. His concert will feature songs such as White Christmas, It Came Upon the Midnight Clear, and Silent Night. Orlando has sold millions of records with 5 #1 hit songs like Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree and Candida. The show starts at 8. You can get your tickets at lohrcenter.com and click on the box office tab. We know a lot of you are out watching and have a good sense of humor, so use it. Create a funny Vine and hashtag SUTV News for contest. Your Vine will end up here on SUTV. Take a look at some of the best Vines this month that people have sent outside of SHIP.
How I act when I go in the store and my kids ask me to buy them something.
No! 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 I want some Starbucks and some Ugg boots.
When your friend tries to talk to you during an exam.
Talk to me! Don't talk to me, criminal!
She asked me how I'ma get home. My car's on A, being stranded ain't funny. So I bought it in a wallet. Gas money.
I try to run, but see, I'm not that fast.
Make sure you get your funniest Vines in over break, and we'll premiere the winner when we come back. Next, we sent out Holly Hare to find out what some of your favorite holiday movies are. Holly?
This movie has to be A Christmas Story. And my favorite scene is him going out into the lawn, getting the Red Ryder BB gun, finally taking that first shot, and almost shooting his eye out.
My favorite Christmas movie would be Christmas Vacation.
My favorite Christmas movie is Elf with Will Ferrell, and my favorite scene from that movie would definitely be the snowball fight in Central Park.
The Grinch. And because me and my mom used to watch it, it's like a tradition that she has, and I don't know if it's because I was forced to watch it, I grew to like it, but it's my favorite movie.
I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's a classic, and I just love claymation.
I really like White Christmas because there's so much, I don't know why I like it. It's just really old and pure and good. It's a classic.
Thanks, Holly. All those movies are some of the best holiday classics. Since the end of the year is approaching, we thought we'd do a tribute to all the celebrities who have passed away this year. 5th on our countdown is Lee Thompson Young. 4th is Margaret Thatcher. 3rd is Corey Monteith. 2nd is Paul Walker. And 1st is DJ Benny Beats. The last one really hits home because he was a SHIP alum and he was a longtime favorite DJ at Wibbs. He will truly be missed. That's all for entertainment for our last semester, everybody. Make sure to keep up with us online at SUTV.com and click on the entertainment tab. I'm Aliyah Smith. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Aliyah. Coming up after the break, SUTV says goodbye to some familiar faces.
And Kyle Toomey joins us for our Raider Athletics update.
Sports is next. Welcome back to SUTV News. Kyle Toomey joins us for the final sports update of 2013.
Kyle, it was an exciting semester for Ship Athletics.
Couldn't agree more, Arden. But we're not done yet. We're going to take a look into soccer. We're going to give you a recap of field hockey and football. So let's head over one last time.
Okay.
All right.
Women's soccer waited and waited Monday night to tell family and friends they were going to the NCAA tournament. Finally, it was clear.
The process has been long and grueling at times, but certainly gratifying at this point that the players' hard work and the coaches' hard work has paid off.
Ship Soccer had never made an NCAA appearance in its 20-year history, and after an early season setback to Edinburgh, the team changed its mindset.
I think it was at that moment that we knew that we could make something more of a season than just a 3-0 loss to Edinburgh.
Ship went on to allow 13 goals in its next 17 games, advance to the PSAC semifinals, and now play Edinburgh for a third time.
I think everyone's just wanting to leave everything out on the field because our days are getting numbered, so there's no need to waste time or effort.
Now Ship is waiting to devour the competition. Trey Kemble, SUTV Sports.
Ship went on to defeat Edinburgh in the opening round of the tournament, 1-0. The Raiders lost in the second round to Slippery Rock. Coach Bertie Landis and the field hockey team finished the season 20-1, bringing home the national championship. Coach Landis joined LIU post Renee Saban as a finalist for the 4U Field Hockey NFHCA Division II National Coach of the Year, which will be announced January 6th. Senior Bree White earned her second Synopsis Sports Division II All-American honors, along with being named the 2013 NFHCA Division II National Player of the Year. The Red Raider football team had a successful season despite not making playoffs, but at least they tried. 38 records this season were broken or tied. Trevor Harmon holds 14 records, including receptions to touchdowns scored, while kicker Drew Newcomer averaged 77% at putting points on the board. Jake Metz won Defensive Player of the Year, along with setting records for loss and quarterback smears. Sacks. Finally, Zach Zulli, after breaking almost every Ship passing record, making him one of the best. Well, that's it for sports. Arden and Mayor will tell you what's next. Happy holidays, and back to you guys at the couch.
Thanks, Kyle.
Well, Mariana, I gotta ask, how does it feel that your last broadcast is almost done?
It's really sad. It's definitely bittersweet. I'm excited for what the future has, but I'm also really sad that I won't be able to see you guys every Thursday.
Tell you what, you're the first person I got to co-anchor with here, and I really enjoyed it. You've really been a good mentor for me, looking up, getting used to this program. I really appreciated it.
Thank you.
Now, unfortunately, you aren't the only one leaving us on Saturday. SUTV has a number of other members who are constantly working behind the scenes to give us a great show. And we brought them out tonight for the chance to say their final goodbyes. So, guys, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Kyle Stum. I'm ex-GM of SUTV.
I'm Aliyah Smith. I'm the entertainment producer.
I'm Steph Horvat. I was the news director and the director, but not anymore.
I'm Jillian Dolan, and I am a reporter here for SUTV.
Now tell me, what are some of the favorite memories you had here?
Oh man, there's so many that I don't even know which one would have to be my favorite, but probably all the get-togethers we've had and just getting close and basically having a family while I'm at school and all the relationships I made. That takes the top.
Being a first-year member of this family, I hate to really see you guys go without really getting to know you guys too much. So, what will you miss most about this?
I think what I'll miss most about SUTV and Shippensburg is the unlimited resources that were really offered here as students and as members of this organization, from just help from the professors to equipment, anything like that. I think I'll miss that the most.
I can see how you would. It just seems like you just enjoyed the heck out of everything here. So
I'm paying for it.
It'll pay off. That's what it'll do. So what has SUTV taught you guys?
Well, it's taught me to get along with people that I don't really like. No, just kidding. Just kidding, everyone. No, it's actually taught me the difference between a high school newscast, a college newscast, and a real newscast. When I came in here, I knew everything that the high school newscast could teach me, and this was a huge culture shock. And I entered at ABC 27 over the summer, and that was an even bigger culture shock. So I'm ready for the real world now because of what SUTV has done for us.
I can tell you that we're all glad to hear that, and we really do hate to see you go, and all you guys too. Kind of as a last words thing, do you have any advice you would give to anyone returning in the spring?
Well, for current members and then new members who might join in the spring, I would just tell them to, when you sign up for something, make sure you do it and do it to the best of your ability, because the show thrives off of what we produce. So, if we don't produce anything, there won't be a show. So if you're going to do something, make sure you do it and get it on time, because everyone's going crazy before the newscast, trying to get everything together. So just have it in like a good time frame.
I honestly would say don't make the director mad, because if the director's mad, everyone else gets mad. So watch the director and gauge the mood that they're in.
Get involved. Get involved as soon as you can. It makes classes easier. It makes yourself a better reporter, producer, camera person. Whatever your goal is in this career, it'll make you better at that. So just get involved. We all make mistakes. Make them early and learn from them.
I'd say my best advice for incoming students would be to really reach out to people, because I think that people want to help you more than you think that they do, especially with the Shippensburg alumni. The networks here are really good networks to be involved with.
And just piggybacking that, I think that all terrific points, but just remember to have fun. It is, a professional club on campus, but there's a lot of fun that goes on behind the scenes, and it's important to keep that in mind.
Tell you what, these guys have just been an absolute blast this year, and I don't think I could have asked for a better group of seniors to really help me and help all the new members and everyone that will be returning next spring to just carry on and continue this level of excellency. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Well, Shippensburg, that's it for SUTV News. For the last time, I'm Mariana Bogusky.
And I'm Arden Campbell. Have a safe and wonderful break. For these seniors and all seniors graduating this Saturday, best of luck in the future. Come back and visit us sometime.
SUTV News will return on Thursday, January 23rd. Tune in to find out what 2014 will bring. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.